participating their community paying tax. But the question is, if the government understands that 2-year ban is not good for PR, then why they still have the 5-year ban to not sponsoring the spousal to another person? That's my question. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
One more.
My name is Surya Kumar. I'm from Sri Lanka. I'm coming in 8 years ago. And last year I'm facing in 2013. And between the 4 years, every year I am sent it from the lawyer to immigration request letter. They have to send it your case is processing. At least 1, 2, 3, 4 letters I have, but I don't know when, how long they're waiting for the case answer.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. So on the last question, it's an individual case. I don't have all the information. I'm happy to work with you as a member of parliament if you give them the information and we'll see what we can do. I'll start with the second last question, conditional PR related question. So if we eliminated the abuse and the system, the potential for abuse for sponsored spouses being put in vulnerable positions, why do we still have a 5-year ban on sponsors? That 5-year ban is for sponsors who have been determined by our officials to have engaged in marriage fraud. So we don't want those people to then sponsor, engage in marriage fraud again and again and again through that sponsorship system. If they've been found to abuse the sponsorship system, they will be banned for 5 years, and they can re-examine that after that. In terms of the express entry, there was a really good question from Francophone Canadian on express entry and Francophone immigration, and at the end he asked about Iraq refugees. So on express entry, we do have a very aggressive policy to give. In addition to the extra points for citizens, if you demonstrate strong French language skills, you get extra points under the express entry system. And that is a way for us in the federal government to continue to support the vitality of Francophone communities outside of Quebec who need to benefit from immigration as much as the rest of the country. And it's not just that, we have a program in place called Mobilité Francophone, which has made a lot of inroads in terms of increasing Francophone immigration. We have a target of 4.4% Francophone immigration through skilled immigration and so on. And I intend to not only meet that target, but exceed it. In terms of Iraqi refugees and others who are in the system, we have a plan in place. We want to eliminate that backlog. Part of the reason why we've been able to either eliminate backlogs or reduce them dramatically is because as a government we came in and we increased the immigration levels to 300,000. That has allowed us to be generous on the refugee side, but also be able to meet the needs of our economy in terms of attracting skilled immigrants, and also be able to offer more spaces for parents, grandparents, be able to clear backlogs in the caregiver program and so on. So higher immigration levels have allowed us to not only contribute to our economic growth, but also deal with the frustrations of longer processing times from backlogs. On the Safe Third Country Agreement, there is a huge misunderstanding of this issue. And the question betrays that. Safe Third Country Agreement is an agreement signed between the United States and Canada, not to deny people refuge. It's a very simple principle. It says, if you are seeking refuge or asylum, and you land in Canada, Canada is a safe country, you shouldn't be able to claim asylum again in the US, and vice versa. Now, who determines if a domestic system in a country is safe for refugees? Both countries monitor each other under the agreement, and in addition to that, to give it additional credibility, the United Nations High Commission for Refugees, which is the expert body in monitoring refugee systems around the world, monitors both the US and Canada. And they have said that the domestic asylum system in the United States is safe, that it has due process, that it's independent because it's run by the judiciary. So therefore, we don't have a reason to get out of the safe country. The U.S. domestic asylum system offers refugees due process in terms of getting a hearing, getting due process, getting fairness. The executive of the United States does not run the domestic asylum system. So on that basis, we don't have the reason to re-examine that agreement. UNHCR supports our position. Our analysis shows the same thing. So until that changes, the safe country agreement remains in place. We don't turn back people who genuinely have a case to make at our ports of entry. For example, we have exceptions to the safe country agreement. If there are family members here, we allow them to make the payment. But the principle behind it, supported by the United Nations, is that if you land in a safe country, you should be able to get asylum and not choose which country you go to. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Mr. Hussain, for staying with us for this long.
Sorry, but from the last one question, and they're here to ask for it.
So if I may just wrap up first. So Minister, thank you very much for your time. You've been really generous answering as many questions as you can. We do have limited time, so I do apologize for those whose questions weren't answered. We will be here. So if I may just wrap up. So if I may wrap up first, so we will be outside. We will have all of our MPs outside. So unfortunately, the minister will have to go. So what I can suggest is if you want to put anything in writing, then we'll be glad to convey that to the minister and his staff. So I have to